Yeah, go ahead, explain it again. Perhaps this time your confidence will compensate for the missing evidence. You speak with remarkable certainty. I've always found certainty most convincing after it's been tested. But please continue, I'm simply curious. Which assumption fails first? One more opinion, one less observation, an efficient way to waste an afternoon. Interesting, you make it sound so simple, like certainty is all you'll ever need. But every perfect answer starts to fracture at the seams. The moment someone asks the questions you don't see, you keep calling it conviction. I just call it incomplete. Interesting how every certainty eventually meets me. You see problems, I see mechanisms. Every failure leaves fingerprints. Every success leaves a pattern. The difference is I was paying attention, you were applauding yourselves. Please don't stop talking. Every unnecessary sentence makes the mistake easier to identify. Interesting, you make it sound so certain, like confidence alone can carry truth. But every perfect structure shows the weakness in its proof. The moment someone asks the questions left unused, you keep calling it an answer. I just call it unfinished. Interesting how every certainty eventually meets me. You know what concerns me? It isn't disagreement. Disagreement is productive, it forces better questions. What concerns me is watching intelligent people become strangely allergic to reconsidering themselves. The moment an opinion starts sounding comfortable, one of you believes good intentions can substitute for preparation. The other believes fear can substitute for stability. Different philosophies, identical flaw. Neither survives contact with reality. No, don't interrupt. I'm trying to determine whether this discussion has become repetitive or merely circular. Interesting, you make it sound so flawless, like certainty was never meant to bend. But every polished argument eventually reveals its end. The moment someone asks what you forgot to test, you keep calling it wisdom. I just call it premature. Interesting how every certainty eventually meets me. Have you ever noticed how loudly people defend ideas they've never challenged? Curious. The stronger the conviction, the weaker the inspection. Almost as though the purpose was never to be correct, only agreed with. I suppose consensus is comforting. Personally, I've always preferred results. You know what I've learned? People admire certainty, they admire confidence, they admire speeches that sound convincing. Very few admire the tedious process of being correct, which is fortunate. Competition would become exhausting. No, I don't expect perfection. Perfection is inefficient. I expect curiosity. I expect revision. When reality has declined to cooperate with your expectations. But apparently that's an unreasonable standard. So continue, inspire each other, debate philosophy, rewrite the world using ideals and wounded pride. I'll remain occupied with the considerably less glamorous task of making sure the structure doesn't collapse. Interesting, you make it sound so simple, like certainty is all you'll ever need. But every perfect answer starts to fracture at the seams. The moment someone asks the questions you don't see, you keep calling it conviction. I just call it incomplete. Keep your certainty, I'll keep asking why. Interesting, history has a habit of agreeing